You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
What's happening, YouTube? We're OS the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Ralph.
I'm Johnny.
I was about to say I was Johnny.
I know. I felt it. That's funny.
That's crazy. But now, when you see us here, usually we're giving you a YouTube exclusive because we're definitely here to discuss the Disney Plus original series, Secret Invasion. Another episode came down, another week in the books where we just got to discuss episode 3.
Yes.
So you know how we give it up. If you have been watching along with us, we go into what we like about the episode, just overall look into it. Then we go into the scene by scene plays, and then we get into just what we thought, as far as like an overall rating out of 5. So Johnny, episode 3, Betrayed.
Yes.
What did you think about this next episode of Secret Invasion, bro?
First 2 episodes, we came here and gave it high praise.
Okay.
This episode, still good.
Yeah.
But I feel like it took a slight tail off. Just a slight.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too crazy.
No. I'm actually, listen, you know me. I'm riding with you, though. I feel where you think.
I feel like this is a theme in these Marvel
Yes.
these Marvel shows on Disney Plus. And when you get to the midpoint of the damn season,
Woo,
some
buddy.
shit happens.
You're like, damn, this is...
And they
like you hate to say mid.
really hate to
it's
say it.
not that's not what I'm saying.
And it's crazy because we're in the middle of the season. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
I just think the tropes become a little bit more more evident. At least how I view it.
Yeah.
Because this was the first episode I watched twice. Because the first episodes were straight up. I was like, oh
Yeah, nah, like,
great.
I'm rolling, right?
But this one, I was like, I need to watch this again.
Man.
And then when I watched it again, so much stuff was clear. I was like, so much stuff was better. But I agree with your sentiments. I just think that this episode, a slight step down, entertaining, shorter.
Oh yeah, definitely shorter.
Maybe the episode benefited from an extra 10 minutes. It'll maybe
if they flush something out, I don't know.
Maybe I don't know, but I think I'm just looking for the excuse.
Yeah.
But let's get into it, man. What's the opening scene looking like? We got the flashback, right?
Yes.
Flashback to, I think it's New York in 1998.
Mm-hmm.
We get Nick Fury coming into the diner, and we see the Skrull. Her name is Priscilla, her human name, and he calls her Scylla.
Yep.
But I forgot her Skrull name, and I think it starts with a V.
It's either
Vera.
I think it's Vera.
Something,
Yeah.
something to that. Now, did you notice
Mm-hmm.
that was Aunt Janice from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Remember the young one that came and got married to the white guy?
Yo, okay, so
Because
I'm really glad you said that.
Because I was doing this.
She definitely looked familiar, but nothing ever clicked. I was like, damn, she looked so familiar.
I did one of them. I was like the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I was like, I know her. And then I looked. I was like, that's Aunt Janice. She's just older now.
Yeah,
but you got to think about it. Fresh Prince 30 years ago.
Right, exactly.
Like 30
Exactly.
years ago.
No, that's a great observation.
Mm.
But we get the diner scene.
Yeah.
Fury comes in, gets his coffee black. I don't know if that's significant or not, but sees Vera. I'm assuming that he knows this is Vera, but they get into an exchange. Well,
I don't think he ever seen her with a human face. I think that was the first time he saw. Because remember when we seen her in Young Gravik, they were in Skrull form,
right?
And I don't think he's ever seen her with a human form.
Got it. Okay, well that exchange makes more sense now.
Okay.
That makes way more sense to me now because I didn't put that together.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
shout out to the second watch.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, so they meet, they sit, they talk, they have dinner, but she slides him some intel on, I think his name was Dracoff, which was the villain from the Black Widow movie.
Wow. Nah, Listen, I only watched Captain Marvel one. I mean, Black
Widow.
one time. So I.
Yeah, so it looks like back in 1998, Nick Fury was still hunting. But yeah, was hunting him. So that was a cool little tidbit.
Okay,
but with Vera being a Skrull and sliding him intel, right? There's a scene later on in the show between Fury and Talos that we'll get into.
Yeah,
but that's been like a theme throughout Fury's career.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. So that was a cool exchange. But then we go to present day.
Well, let's not slide past
Okay,
it because remember, like she kind of told him, like, hey, you know, like that's how the beginning of the flirt, the relationship began because she didn't want to. He was like, hey, a purge shield protocol. Like I can't. She was like, my boy,
I don't work
for you. Like I stuff off the books. So he was like.
See,
let me see what that green thing look like. Like,
hey, yo.
I mean, I just didn't want to gloss past that because remember we needed that. How did this happen? And that was like a big thing, especially for me. You know what I'm saying?
So she pursued him. So
like it's like she knew that obviously there was some type of budding romance. I don't want to say tension. I don't want to just say niggas was having sex. You know, because they got married. So you know what I'm saying? Like it was some love there. And she was like, you know, nah, I don't work for you. So he sat back and he thought about it, and that was kind of like the nuance to let you know as to how we got here.
Right. See, and that brings a whole nother slew of questions, but we'll say that maybe for the podcast because I don't know because that's crazy.
Right.
So shout out to their relationship.
Right.
So then we get to present day,
Yeah.
where we left last episode.
Yeah.
With the episode revealing that they were married, right?
Yeah.
So now it picks up. I guess it's the next morning. He's cooking breakfast,
Yeah.
an English breakfast at that.
Yeah.
And they get into their back and forth. So she gets into her whole feelings about him being gone, saying, "Hey, you're Nick Fury. Like, I have no issue with you being gone, but when you stay gone, that's where my problem lies. Because I became a widow during the blip, but then you came back and you just disappeared on me. You chose to leave me." So he was asking, what type of person did she become in his absence? And she was like, I went back to the me I was before I met you, which I feel like was bars.
You know,
it was bars.
And you know what he needed for all that heat that was coming his way, all them bullets? He needed Captain America's shield because he was getting like,
man, look,
he needed some Iron Man armor. He needed the black woman. Jesus Christ, like she was.
Which is crazy because she ain't even black. She green. That's crazy. Like, look, Skrulls are really like an interesting species, right? Because they really take all of the traits of the person that they're impersonating, like literally down to black woman mannerisms. Because look,
like, when I say she got Nick Fury, when she got Nick Fury together, like she got him together, I was like, ooh. And then it was worse on the second watch. I was like, ooh, brother, like you need help, brother. Like you need help, like bob and weave.
Man, look, tag somebody in, do something because she letting you have it.
And then the phone call that she took, it was kind of crazy because like after y'all have this crazy exchange about where you've been and just the feelings and it's like tension is kind of high a little bit, and then you get this phone call and it's kind of like secretive.
Yep. Which is interesting because the title of this episode is Betrayed, right?
Yeah.
And every scene in this particular episode, whoever's in the scene, there's some form of betrayal between the people in the scene.
That's a good observation.
And it's like you could feel it. You can tell when one person doesn't trust the other person, even when they're having conversation, whether it's Gravik and Gaia, whether it's Fury and Vera, like you can see that there's a lack of trust there, or it's just like oh wait, something's really happening. Yeah, like that's crazy. I love it. I love it. So she gets the phone call. She says she doesn't have the information at this time, and Fury's like, oh, was it important? No, it was nothing. It was nothing. He walks off. She walks off, and he stares at the phone with his glasses on. Now, I do want to ask you a question. Have you noticed throughout throughout the series so far, there have been times where he does wear glasses and times that he doesn't wear glasses?
I just thought it was fashion. I didn't even think about it. Listen, bro, I didn't even go deep with that one. You know me, I tried to. I did this.
And the only reason I pointed that out is because the only times that I've seen him wear glasses when he's trying to like get some type of intel on something. So I'm imagining when he's wearing glasses when he's talking to somebody, because he wore them when he talked to Rhodey. He wore them in this scene when he's talking to Vera. So I'm wondering if he's trying to like maybe look at their heart rate or something to see if they have inflections as they're speaking, to see if they're lying about something.
I'll say this: if those glasses were some high tech something, he would know that Rhodey is what we think he is toward the end of the episode.
But I think he does know. I think.
You think Nick Fury knows?
I think he knows because Rhodey called him Nick and not Fury. I think that's.
I think if it, but okay, I don't want to get too far.
Okay.
But I just think that you think if he, well, obviously for a show purpose, you can't spoil. I mean, you can't just jump and say, "Hey, you a Skrull."
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying. You can't. I know you just can't do that, but
Right.
I don't know. Well, hey, I know it's a method to the madness. Just you gotta play chess.
Yeah,
you know, I get it.
So that was that scene. Now the next scene we get to Gravik and Gaia.
Yeah,
Excuse me. And he comes in basically accusing her of giving away intel, and she did her best. She did her best to lie it away.
Just like a white woman lying on a black man. She lied on the new recruit, man. You thought I caught that on the second watch. Now if I ain't watch it again, I'd have got mad.
But see, I don't think I thought she put it on the dude that got caught, the dude that got tortured in episode 2. Remember the dude that got tortured by the lady in the church?
I thought it was the remember the black guy at the end of the beginning of the episode, the one that doesn't dress well, like he's the
what
new,
they had the hat on. Yeah.
I thought that was never mind. I'm wrong then.
Listen,
I thought he was like like the new recruit, so it's like blame him.
But see, he never had any. I don't think he had any intel to tell anybody because he is the new recruit, so they can't really trust him with too much.
That's true.
Just
That's
yet.
True. That's fair.
You know.
Fair. All right, you're right then.
Okay.
My bad.
No,
look at me making it racial.
No,
racial, man. My bad.
That's funny. But no, so he accuses Gaia of giving away the information, which she did because she gave it to Talos, right?
Yeah.
But she found a lie out of it. She put it on the guy that got captured, right? Oh no, it was just him because he did it and blah blah blah. But as we can tell in this scene, Gravik does not believe her. So he hatches this plot to have a missile launched at a UN plane. That's what the entire episode is about, right? It's about the plan to launch that missile.
X-Men First Class all over again.
right. That's funny. So, next scene, Gravik meets with Talos.
Yeah.
I think Talos called for this parlay.
Yeah, he called for the parlay at the end of last episode.
Right, okay.
So we knew that this was coming. So let me ask you this. I do like Gravik's point of view with breaking down the oil paint.
Oh, for sure.
Like just how we view war. Because there's always going to be the aristocrats and the fat politicians, quote unquote, that get the glory for the soldiers, the people that actually fight these wars. So no, I get that whole thing. Sidebar, he's playing Bob Marley, Kingsley.
That's him?
Yes, with a dread wig. I'm like, this is crazy.
No, that's insane. I didn't realize that was him.
That's nasty work.
That's a hell of a wig.
Watch it again.
That's a hell of a wig.
So you see the rollout now, right? So it's like in Secret Invasion, we dropped the Bob Marley trailer.
That's nasty. I'm sorry, that's crazy.
Nasty work.
I didn't realize that was him.
Me either. Like somebody pointed out to me, I was like, "Oh wow, like that's him." But
Anyway.
my bad.
Yeah. So Gravik and Talos, they sit down. They have brunch. I'm just gonna say brunch, even though they're drinking coffee.
And he said he like a sugar with his espresso. I was like, hey, yo.
No,
espresso with his sugar or something like that.
Yeah, he likes a shot of espresso with his sugar.
I'm like, hey, yo.
Which is crazy because I feel like every episode he puts hella sugar in his coffee. Like he's done that at least once
that's
every
probably
episode.
gonna be like something.
It has to be, right? Which I also think that's kind of tied to Nick Fury because he like his coffee black. You see how they're like kind of the opposites?
He better be your son.
I
I just need that.
He got to be like adopted or something.
Right, something.
How do you adopt somebody in Skrull? But anyway.
Yeah.
So Talos and Gravik, they have their back and forth. Gravik tells Talos, "Hey, I got a guy in the car right now." He said, "Hey, don't you ever mention my girlfriend's name." And he hems him up, right?
His daughter.
Damn, I said girlfriend.
I know.
I'm
wow.
tripping.
Hey,
I'm wilding.
I know the Kiki Palmer stuff has got us a little
Look,
wild.
they didn't.
It's Kiki Palmer.
They've been in the South too long.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
But no, Talos hems him up. Then everybody that's in the restaurant is a Skrull, right? They stand up and turn into Gravik.
Okay, that's not as cool as it when I saw it in the trailer. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying. Like certain shit they shouldn't put in the trailer because that would have been I felt like that would have been significant in
I think
episode.
I think it was kind of dumb on Gravik's behalf, right?
Why?
Like I know you want to have, you want to show Talos like, hey, you think this shit's sweet? You can talk to me. He like, I know Gravik just wanted to, I can send it back to you in a body bag. Like he was talking greasy, he was talking spicy.
No, he's going crazy.
But I think that why would you have a display of your power in public like that when you still trying to unhash the plan? You know what I'm saying? I felt like people could have seen that.
Well,
That's how I viewed that play.
Well, I think that's a good question, right? But I think that goes to show how powerful he and his Skrull network really is. Because if you could do that in public and not get no kind of nothing from it, no backlash.
It's like
nothing.
the whole room is Skrull,
like for real.
So it's like this is a museum. Like this that I was like I'm poking holes in it because I'm like that's dumb.
But see, they can
because I know y'all still want to have the element of surprise when it's time to do something. So as a civilian or somebody that doesn't have superpowers that ain't spied nothing, and I just walk past a room and I see everybody morph into one person, I'm like, hey, yo.
And it could show Talos how deep it really is. Like, oh, you really think shit's sweet out here? You really think my Skrull network is not like that?
I agree with that. I was just thinking like from the outside. Like I mean, this whole room.
Somebody could have been walking past and like, wait,
like come on, bro. Like the security guards.
This hella deja vu.
The security guards and look at the camera. Like there's a camera here. I'm pretty sure, right?
They could be.
But then again, they could be Skrulls. Like the whole museum Skrulls.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, no, I mean, poking holes a little bit. But I was just like, nah, okay.
Oh, but we forgot to mention on the way to the meeting, Gravik is being driven by Gaia to the meeting, right?
Yeah.
And drops the intel for the missile launch in front of Gaia, who's the only other person that would know about it. So this is his plan to see if she's the one that's really been giving away the information, right?
And
So after the meeting, Gaia turns into like an older man, types the information into a phone, bumps into Talos on his way out, gives him the phone, and we can see her turn back into afterwards she turned back into herself.
It's so evident.
Yeah, right.
Like like Gravik knows the switcheroo play. Like he knows. He's like, oh, so you just sitting. All right, whatever.
Yeah. Seriously. So, with that being said, the next scene, Talos is at a bar eating his
breakfast.
British breakfast. That shit looked terrible. He was killing it though, right?
Yeah.
But then Fury walks in without his glasses. Might I note, without his glasses. Taps him and say, "Are you really eating that dog food?" And Talos, hearing his voice, is like, "Oh man, why you here? Why are you here? Like I was hungry, but then I just lost my appetite because you back." Basically asking, "Were you coming to apologize, or are you saying you need my help?"
He said he pretty much apologized in his Nick Fury type of way. He did,
of course.
Now the dog food is interesting, right? Because now we get to the next scene, which I'm assuming they're riding down the street, and you see them. Like the conversation about dogs and humans.
Yes.
The interspecies type of relationship. And it's like, why would you treat somebody like that? And then Nick Fury is like, well, I've been cleaning up your mess for 30 years. Hold on, white chicks. You want to talk about mothers. Like he's like, oh, you want to do, this is what we want to do?
That's
and when I say Talos.
Oh, no, he went.
Like, hey, look, bro. Like, hey, look. Nick Fury done caught 2 L's. One from his wife and one from seemingly his best friend.
I feel like,
I mean, even though they've always had a working relationship, you can see Talos and Nick Fury being friends.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they're friends.
Absolutely.
So
and
like, his best friend.
Talos even said that. He even said that. I'm not with Gravik because I'm with you. Like he said that, right?
Yeah. I'm choosing my friendship with you over my own people.
That's crazy.
That's
right?
deep. That's deep.
But in that conversation, Talos basically going off on Fury, telling him, "Hey, everything you've done in your career throughout Shield is because of me and my people.
Put some respect.
And let's stop right there.
Yep.
Because I don't like that.
Oh, you don't?
No. Now, I agree. Take the Skrulls.
He said the Spy Network. That's because of us, baby.
True, but that means nothing that Nick Fury has done throughout the entirety of the MCU matters without the Skrulls. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I didn't think about it.
They fucking up his whole backstory. I hate it. I hate it because that mean he ain't shit. That literally means Nick Fury ain't shit. Because there's no way he would have been able to do the types of things he did without the Skrull network. And that's where my gripe comes in with this episode.
Oh wow, damn. So the whole episode got to take the L because you
Yes,
don't like that part?
yes.
That got to do with the movies. That ain't got nothing to do with this one.
Man, F that.
I got nothing either. I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy.
Because listen, I feel like Nick Fury been getting bars thrown at him this entire series so far. In these 3 episodes, Maria Hill, and she ended up dying. Rhodey in episode 2. Hey, Rhodey was really talking to Fury. I ain't gonna lie. He was really talking to him. And then twice from his wife and from his best friend.
This is a Nick Fury story. Listen, every hero, right? Nick Fury is the hero of this story, right?
Yeah.
Every hero catches these L's before they start winning. Listen, bro, you know how this gonna work?
I know, but this is egregious. This is egregious, right?
Egregious.
No, just but no. So they have their whole spat, and now it's time for action. All right. They get to the house where the guy has the code to stop the launch.
Yeah. This was just so. Oh my god. This was, bro.
What?
This is like where the episode kind of went downhill for me. Like I was like, this old dumb, predictable ass, goofy shit. Like I want to stop the missile launch. Oh, I was like, this is so goofy.
But I guess that had to happen because this whole thing is really just to see if Gravik. Or see if Gaia was the mole.
Who's the mole? Like, it's just like, can we come up with a better plan? Like, I don't know. Like, it's like I guess because listen, bro. When you watch movies and stuff, like, I didn't want to see this here. Like, stop the missile launch. No, do something else.
Yeah. So, I mean, long story short, they stopped the missile launch, right?
Well, it was an interesting way because I'm glad that they show how Gaia had to go through this man's memories to get the password. So I didn't want to gloss over that. Yeah, so no, I think it's just that missile launch shit. That was goofy to me. But like the whole act of seeing that they have these bodies on proverbial ice, but we go through their memory bank and we can still access their memories. That's crazy.
Now,
like they got a machine that's that powerful, bro.
Right.
On top of whatever they got making super Skrulls.
And I think it shows how smart Gaia is because I don't think she ever actually got to a memory where he said what the password was. She just looked at his memories and saw a recurring theme, which was his son. Right? So I thought that was really smart on her part. So she was able to get Talos the
Wow. So let me ask you this. That little boy, obviously the boy that was there was Zachary.
Yeah, that was him.
Was that the real Zachary? Like obviously the Skrull is just the fake dad. Like the real dad is.
So that's a great question. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. And that kind of goes back to what I was going to ask about Fury and his wife. Like how they really getting it in? Like are they getting it in with her being human, or you thought one night he was like, "Hey, yo, baby,
little bro, hey, you morphing from Holly Berry real quick." Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's not where I was thinking. That's not where I was going. But
I'm going there.
That's fine.
Morphing,
man, look,
a different woman tonight. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's definitely never mind. It's better than a different wig. But look, so now we get to the end of the episode, right? We get to the end of the episode. Gaia, she got the information to Talos. They stopped the missile launch. Everything is seemingly cool. Talos tells Gaia, "Hey, I got the code. Run. Get out of there." She grabs a motorcycle. She walks it out of the park out of the compound because clearly she doesn't want anybody to hear her. Starts it. She's on her way, seemingly. Runs into Gravik.
Gravik just driving a station wagon around.
I mean, what else you gonna get in? What else you gonna get in Russia?
I know he knew though.
So, but that's Gravik's plan coming to fruition. Hey, I know it was you because you're the only person that had this information.
Yeah.
Now you gotta go. He popped her. That was the end of the episode.
No, what?
Oh, my bad.
Remember, she went to the safety deposit box. Remember, she got the call. She was like,
"I'm wilding."
Yeah, that's not the end.
Okay, my fault. My bad, people. My bad. Gaia dies. Now the last scene. Vera.
Yeah.
Vera. She heads to the safety deposit box. As she's heading there, you can kind of tell she's getting followed by Skrull. 2 or 3 different Skrulls in disguise. She gets to the safe deposit box. She opens it.
It's a pistol.
It's a gun in there.
Yeah.
With, I think it was like an envelope or something. I don't think she opened it.
Yeah.
But then she gets a call.
Yeah.
Gives her address. Did you notice the voice?
Yes. First time. Not even on the second one. First time.
I didn't catch it the first time.
Oh wow.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Yeah, I caught that.
So second time, she gets a call, seemingly from Rhodey,
Yes.
who we kind of predicted was a Skrull, but I think now it's almost confirmed.
Well, notice in the episode when Nick. Well, I said Nick. I'm a Skrull.
See?
I'm a Skrull. No, when Fury and Talos met at the bar when he was having his breakfast, he said there's a high-ranking official.
Yep.
That's a Skrull that's here.
Yep.
So maybe that kind of leans into what you did say earlier, that he does know that.
And that's what I was thinking.
But I don't think he just like, you can't run with that theory until you can confirm.
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you can't run with that just saying, "Oh, you're a Skrull," without proof.
So that brings the question, right? If Rhodey really is a Skrull, how long has he been? Has it been through Civil War?
I
Has
told
it
you,
been...
man. He supposed to at least have some braces on. Like I told you, man. He still hurt.
Oh, so you think it was like right after that?
Yeah, somewhere.
Oh, that's crazy. That would be crazy.
Because think about it like this, right? Like Rhodey was away from everybody, and he was hurt. He was down, and then he told Red Hulk guy, what's his name? The guy that turns into Red Hulk, the general.
Oh, Ross.
Yeah, remember he told him to fuck off before when Cap and them came back in, was it Endgame or something like that?
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know, brother.
Yeah, because I don't see. Damn, you're
But then
right.
again-
Because I
but
don't
then
really see him
again-
talking to a
But I
government
don't-
official like
I
that.
don't see him talking to a government
Even
official.
though he wasn't really fooling with him, but he still wouldn't.
Yeah, but it's like I'm choosing my friends this time,
That's a
and it's
great-
like, okay,
That's a great
well,
point.
if you're choosing your friends this time, why you talking crazy to Fury?
Oh, that's crazy. That's a great point. That's a great point.
Listen, we gotta talk about these parallels, man. They don't be adding up sometimes.
That's crazy. Well, with this being the midpoint of the season,
Yes,
are your expectations pretty high for the rest?
I would say yes,
Yeah.
because I'm still not convinced that guy is dead.
Really?
And it's kind of crazy because yes, we saw her get shot. We saw her get shot, and we saw her turn back to a Skrull.
Right.
But something about that character art doesn't feel done.
Okay.
Because let's just say this: they could kill Talos this episode. I mean, not this episode, but
But
this
the series.
Who would be the face of the Skrulls moving forward in the MCU if it wasn't him? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be his daughter.
Interesting. I'm not mad at the
Because
theory.
he been out here doing his stuff. This was with the Skrulls for 30 years, man. Pass the torch. Because Gravik ain't making it.
No facts.
Like we don't know how, but that's not it.
Interesting.
That's my, I guess, a bold prediction moving forward. I don't think she's dead.
I'm not mad at that actually. Huh.
But then again, we saw her die.
Yeah,
we
like-
saw her die in the dark.
And
that's that's the only thing. Like, and with these MCU shows, like if you see the body, they're done.
Yeah, right.
They're
Yeah,
done.
when
They're
when
done.
a Skrull dies in human form, they revert back to their Skrull form.
Just
So,
because we saw a Skrull literally die 10 minutes before that. Well,
Right.
a few minutes before that. So it's hard for me to stand on that theory when I just saw somebody else get shot. They turn back.
I know. So,
But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
look-
try though.
look-
I'm gonna try.
So
I'ma
yeah,
try,
man,
but I don't know. Like, I mean, what about your expectations? What you think?
I'm not sure. I am ready to see a Super Skrull in action though.
Well,
So,
I mean,
listen, we saw the extremists,
Yeah,
but
kinda.
I want to see all it. Like I want to see all these shit.
well, obviously it's coming. You've seen like I guess the previews.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously Gravik is the one, but I think he's trying to make an army of such.
Yeah, and then if that's the case, right? If you do have an army of Super Skrulls, who's really gonna fight them? Nick Fury can't fight them. So do we get
But the thing is that
we get Rhodey in his or in his armor, like the real Rhodey?
the real Rhodey, like the real Brody come out of nowhere,
Right.
Like they got. I'm telling you, man. If it's Rhodey, like where's his body at?
Nah, that's a great question.
Like if it's real, like because like we said, like the Skrulls keep the human body tied up somewhere with the mind control situation, and it strikes me that Rhodey couldn't be in Russia
right.
unless they transport his body in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
That's. I mean, listen. All these questions will be answered hopefully.
Right, because I mean, how do you get rid of 1,000,000 Skrulls, or how do you turn 1,000,000 Skrulls good? I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's 1,000,000.
Well,
of them
the
are-
thing is, like, even though it's 1,000,000, all of them aren't under Gravik. So that's the thing. So I think once Gravik assumes control, of course, everybody just kind of like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I don't think it'll be much resistance.
Yeah. So,
But no, I guess we reached the end, right?
yeah. Oh, definitely. It's three episodes left, so we'll be back.
Okay, Johnny. So what you got, man? We got to rate this out of 5. What you going with?
Hey, man, it's a 3.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay. I got 3.5 because I enjoyed it on the second watch. Now, if I only watched it once, I'd be right there with you. But I think I enjoyed the nuance a little more because I missed that talk with Talos. I think the talk with Talos put it over. The part that you like, the part that you hated, that's the part I love. Because I was just like, I just need to know that, like, oh, you was talking to him spicy. I just like that.
Oh no, listen, I'm not mad at
No,
Talos talking to him spicy.
I'm
mad at what it did to
the character arc.
Man,
yeah. I got you.
That's trash. But anyway,
well, hey people, that was Secret Invasion Talk, man. Episode 3, Betrayed. This is your first time here. Just hit the comment section. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything from OS the podcast. And man, we'll catch you next week.
We'll be back next week. Episode 4.
Peace.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.